So the Hebrew Israelites, the Islamic, Asiatic, the Hamitic. But another thing, I got something for you, child of God. I'm a child of God. These black Christians. I'm just human. God favors no man. That's an anti-African proposition. It's like we tell white people, it's not enough to be non-racist. You have to be anti-racist. It's not enough when your people are under genocidal race-based oppression. It's not enough to be what the my time is up. So anyway, these child of God black people, these I'm just a human being, I call them racial transcendence. I've transcended race. Y'all caught up in race. Just had another brother. He used to be a Hebrew Israelite, and I got him off of that shit. Then he got into phrenology. He just came and told me this ain't about black and white. The hell it ain't. Before you can convince me it ain't about black and white, you convince them. When they figure it out, it ain't about black and white. Tell them first. Them first. But these racial transcendence people, I don't respect anybody's race. That's running from Africa. I got one other group that is going to surprise you. These Egyptian Kemetic blacks. These blacks, even though I'd be hard pressed to find a black Egyptian that came over here. How we Dinka, Wolof, maybe even Fulani, how we came from the West Coast. We came Nigeria, Guinea, maybe, Gambia, up and down the west coast of Africa, maybe Central Africa. We can go all the way to Egypt. And the only reason these black people are so enamored with Egypt is because they're following white people's obsession with Egypt. They were like, wow, white people respect Egyptians. So the only part of Africa you respect is the part of Africa white people are obsessed with. Stop it. You're not Kemetic. You're not, even though the Kemites were Africans, even though they are our distant ancestors, stop it. Go to Yoruba. Go study Yoruba or the Akan people. Stop it with this whole ancient Egyptian shit. Stop it. That's an escape from Africa. Following white folks back home. And the final anti-escape from Africa group is the cosmetic African. People who dress African, who claim they have black pride, but they have no African ideology, and they have no African agenda. If you're just cosmetically African, that is a disrespect and an escape from Africa. I'm gonna have to wrap this up here. I'm so sorry. I swear I looked at this clock and it was 9:30, and then I looked away, and the second time I looked at the clock, it was. See, this clock, this is 8 o'clock, it's 9. I looked up at that clock and it was 8:30. And now I'm looking at it and I'm over time. Sorry, shout out to Q4 Radio, but let me jump off of here before they cut me off. I will be broadcasting on Black Power Media. Shout out to Kalonji, Dr. Ball, Franklin, and Geechee. So you can catch me broadcasting across Black Power Media on Wednesday and this Friday, the next episode of Earn Your Liberation, and then we'll be right back here at the Bro Diallo broadcast. I might go back over my note, and I might not. Just like we are African, our fate is tied to the African continent, and Pan-Africanism is the only solution. Please like, share, subscribe, share this with your friends, allies, enemies, and lovers and haters. You can also support. This is purely listener supported. You can become a Patreon. You can make one-time donations via Cash App or Venmo, or just send me a text of support. Just saying, even if you ain't got the material support to help maintain the Bro Diallo broadcast. It's not easy, but we're gonna struggle together. This is your station, and I am your servant here, and I will be here as long as y'all are willing to support me in being here. And I will see y'all next Monday on the Bro Diallo broadcast.